guys, I'm Rebecca from Rebecca's Creations. I welcome to a brand new video on Disney Dreamlight Valley, and we're right near a brand new update, everyone. So exciting. In fact, season 3 of my Dreamlight Valley content series is actually going to be starting soon because season 2's finale is going to be Daisy's mission episode, and then the season 3 episode 1 will be the part 2 of the Isles here, because there's actually 2 updates coming out on the same day, which will be the Daisy update and part 2 of the expansion. And part 2 of the expansion is going to be season 3, and the finale of season 2 is going to be Daisy. So if that makes any sense to anyone whatsoever, then anyways, that's what our plan is. Anyways, regardless of that, today I thought we would try and work out who the new mystery character is. So we know Daisy's coming to the main game, but for the DLC there's a description, and I just want to discuss kind of some theories that I have of who might be joining the valley. So the description for the paid DLC for the second one, part 2, for the next update for Act 2 is explore Agent's Landing to uncover more of its secrets and befriend a very lucky villager. But the actual update is actually called A Figment of Imagination. So it's very interesting. Not a figment of imagination, the spark of imagination. So it's called the Spark of Imagination. It mentions a very lucky villager. So there are 2 names floating around in the community. We have Figment from the Figment ride in Disney World in Epcot, because he's literally the embodiment of the spark of imagination. So there's a lot going his way. And then very lucky villager because Oswald is the very lucky rabbit. So there's a lot of things going around. Some people have even thrown around the idea of Aladdin or Genie. So lots of conspiracies, lots of theories. We still don't have a definitive answer yet. So I thought I would do a bit of a quick video to try and analyse the situation, because I'm a Disney lorist, I know my lore, so I'm going to try and crack down the case. So we're going to kind of decipher this a bit and see if we can work out who it is who's going to be helping us in this next act, which I'm really excited for. Now, obviously, in the finale, Jafar mentioned how the spark of, like, the thing we're looking for is the embodiment of the spark of imagination, and he wants that power. But he also mentions how it's like in the object, so that's why people are leaning towards Genie if it's like hidden in an object. But he also mentioned how like the spark powers all the magic in Dreamlight Valley. So it's really interesting. Like, clearly this character is a source of the imagination's power. Now, obviously, everyone's still... I'm like really confused. So I'm on Team Oswald and Figment because there's a lot going for Oswald and a lot going for Figment. So a lot of Figment's things that are leaning towards him, if you guys do not know. So Figment is the purple dragon. He is the figment of imagination, the embodiment of the word imagination, like literally it's his name. His ride in the parks is called A Spark of Imagination, and he obviously links to that imagination theme of this next update. So there's a lot going for him, and with Jafar literally looking for a character who has power and is the source of imagination and creativity, then a lot leans towards Figment's way. But then with Oswald, we also have a lot going for him. We have the very lucky villager, which just, I mean, his name's literally Oswald the very lucky rabbit, so that's kind of obvious. And he's could also fit that description of being spark of imagination, because he's literally was the first character that started the Disney company. He's like the character that came before Mickey. Without him, we wouldn't have Disney. So there's a lot of lean towards him. And then both of these characters are also already in Disney Speedstorm, which is like the companion game to Dreamlight Valley. They're both already in that game too. So there's a lot going for both options, and it's really driving me mad. There's not a definitive answer for either of them because they both fit the description so well. Like, it's kind of insane. So I really am trying to decipher who I think it's going to be. Just trying to think of it methodically. And I also want to work out where I'm to put the house too. We're going to have a bit of a walk. We're going to have a walk in the evening here, trying to figure this out. So, Spark of Imagination. The update itself is called the Spark of Imagination. The character is a very lucky villager. Jafar is looking for the source of the Spark of Imagination. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, actually, there is something else leaning towards Figment rather than Oswald, in that the next star path, I believe, from all the hints, is actually going to be themed towards a Carnival or the Parks Part 2, because it's kind of a vibe that we're going to get like the Disney Parks Round 2, and we're getting the magic carpet and stuff. So maybe that's how Figment fits in, because he kind of fits in with that Disney Parks theme if they're going for another star path for Disney Parks. But then they could also be theming it to Oswald so perfectly, because if we're getting Daisy, we can get Donald to finish. We can get Oswald to kind of start finishing off the main, characters of Disney. So they both really fit the theme too that way too. But like I said, if they're going theme parks for the next update, then Figment would fit that pretty well because he's a theme park character. But he's also kind of modern at this point. He's kind of beyond just a theme park character. He's a iconic Disney character all on his own at this point, and he's such a cute little guy. He's adorable. As is Oswald too. But yeah, out of the two of them, I really don't know. Like, very like a villager to me, just very obviously Oswald. But then a spark of imagination and all the talk about the character being a source of imagination and stuff just leans so heavily Figment to me that is kind of impossible to tell. Like, out of the two of them, they're really close. Like, cause we might even have both of them play a part. Maybe Figment will be like, not the character Figment, but maybe he'll be like literally the spark of imagination, or maybe he will be companion. I don't know. I somehow feel like they'll both be involved but the evidence points towards both of them, and it's driving me nuts. There's not one obvious answer. Like, there's also the fact as well that Oswald's been added to Speedstorm really recently too. I mean, Figment's been there for ages, but Oswald's like only just been added, so it just kind of thematically fit that too. So it's really, I don't know. I don't plot twist. It might not be either of them. It could be like Aladdin or Genie. Like, you never know. But yeah, I've never realised going for this video. I haven't come any closer to conclude it. I mean, if I was to put my vote in, I'm going to throw my vote in. So as much as I really want it to be Oswald, and I honestly do think it will end up being Oswald, I also do kind of think it might be Figment. Like, I just feel like there's more evidence pointing towards it being him, with the update being called the Spark of Imagination, and obviously him being literally the Spark of Imagination, and obviously Jafar's looking for spark of imagination, so I'm leaning it a bit more towards Figment, although it could totally obviously be Oswald, and I'll be fine with either. Like, I love both these characters, but I feel like more evidence points towards Figment, if you get what I mean, like, generally speaking, so he has like a higher chance. But with him also not being like an original Disney character either, he's like a parts character, that's also kind of going to get some of this as well. Like, they might be wanting to go for like the OG character being Oswald, so we'll have to see what ends up being. But it's definitely a head scratcher, guys. Who do you think it's going to be, Oswald or Figment? Put your comments and put your vote in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody.